Hey everybody, this is Melina from ScrapbookingWithMe.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram and over on Facebook at Me Crafty Scrapper Creates. And today I wanted to make some Franken pieced pages, so kind of like Frankenstein some pages together. And this is our Scrapbusters video for the week, and that is a challenge that I give you each week to help you use up some of those scraps that you have, paper scraps you have lying around. And I got this idea from Julie over at Camellia Crafts Designs. I will leave her link to her channel and her video in the description box below. She was doing these for a journal she is currently working on, and when I saw them I thought, why have I never thought of that? That is like the cutest little idea ever. So here's the start of a little signature, journal signature. And this it started out as a book page. And then to keep that book page upright, the writing upright, because I know a lot of you out there don't like turning your book page this way and making a small page in your journal signature. So this is yet another way. I've done a video before of how to put your book pages together and use them upright, but here's another way to do that. You don't have to start with a book page as your base. You can start with whatever size piece of paper that you have, copy paper, whatever, but I just have an abundance of book pages, so mostly today I'm going to be using book pages as my base. But then to make it as big or almost as big as a regular page that you're going to put in your journal, you add things to the edge of it to kind of Frankenstein you a page together. And so this was my first one, my little prototype I made. So a little strip of scrap coffee dyed or tea stain paper, another little scrap piece of some kind. There's yet another, and then this was a larger piece of scrap, and that's just the back sides of those scrap pieces. And then I put a little die cut collage right there just to dress it up. And then this is just a regular piece of copy paper that I tea stained. That would be a page in a journal. And then here's another one I made, and it has a flip out in it. So it is a regular old book page base middle. I folded it in half and then added some scrap paper to the edge there. And on the inside, I just put a die cut just to kind of dress that blankness up a little bit, but you want room to journal. So, and then on this side, this was some paper I had, and I folded it kind of in half and then made like a flip out and put some washi there. That's some paper bag, and I just put some washi there to cover up the jagged edge of that paper bag. So that's got a little flip out in it. I thought that was cute. You could do these pages any way you want. Now this one, I folded the book page in half, but on this one with the flip out, the book page is folded kind of like 3/4 of the way. See? So there's the book page, and there's where I folded it, just to kind of give you a little bit of a different feel throughout your journal and everything not looking exactly the same. So I'm going to put that off to the side. I have this little piece from a digital. I do believe this is a piece from a Rach and Bella digital. And then I thought about using this instead of a book page like I have for those. I'll show you how I did the book page ones in a minute. But thought about, I've got this piece of tea stain paper. And let's go ahead and just fold it pretty much in half. You can see it's been torn, so it's not going to be totally even on both sides. And I thought about adding this to the front side, since the front side doesn't have too much going for it. This to the front side and going all the way down to the bottom making it even, and then we can put a little strip of something across the top there. Now, if you want to measure, you can, but I was so proud of Julie. She did not measure. She just put things down and then trimmed it up with her trimmer at the end if she needed to. If you want to measure, I've been making mine about 5.5, maybe almost 6 inches wide, and then that way you have a little space to trim off if you want to. So I would, let's see, yep, I think I would go ahead, put this off to the side so you can see a little better. I've got this down here because I'm using glue stick today as my adhesive. I would go ahead and put down some adhesive. You can use liquid, but this just is quicker, and you don't have to worry about it gushing out. And Julie used glue stick also, but now you can use whatever adhesive. Just when you're using liquid, it's gonna you know, your little trails that you make with the liquid will show through, especially book page. So that's yet another reason why glue stick is a little bit better to use. And I'm thinking, instead of putting something over the top of that and having to cover up some of that, I'm thinking I will put just a piece of this back behind here and get it kind of even out here. I'm going to have a torn edge, but then I could put some little something right there to kind of cover that up. So let's go ahead, tear this. This is just little cut-offs from tea stain paper that I've had in my stash for a while. Okay, and then we're going to line it up and try to get it as even as possible out here. But since we've got a torn edge, it doesn't matter as much. Okay, now Julie had the purple glue stick, so she could tell where all of her little glue trails were. Very smart, Julie. Okay, so there is the front side, and you can even ink if you want to. I'm not going to go and ink every page that we do today. I can do that later when I get it into the journal, but since this one has a torn edge here, I can go ahead and ink that, just the front side of it. And then maybe let's put something here. I've got this little, I like that. It's just a little die cut. I had a pack of die cuts that it was almost done, almost finished. And I just got tired of looking at the package sitting there in on my shelf. So I decided just to take out what few little die cuts were left. And if I don't use all of those today, I've already thrown the packaging away, I will put the remaining ones in an ephemera holder that we've made. I also have an idea, video coming soon, an idea that Rachel over at, is it Roxy's Weekly Challenge? She had done ephemera holders out of vintage books, and she put cardstock signatures inside with the vellum pockets like I have done. They were really, really cute. And instead of, you know, trying to figure out what you want to use as your cover for an ephemera holder, you can just use an old vintage book. You know, I've made journals with vintage books. Why have I not thought of making an ephemera holder with a vintage book? Okay, so on the inside, you're pretty plain here because my digital was just printed on some copy paper, and so I've got that lots of white there. But you can add all kinds of die cuts and things on these if you want to now, or you can wait until you've kind of figured out what your theme is for your journal. Most all of my journals have some kind of botanical or some kind of floral in them, so I'm good with using some florals in here already. Just another little die cut that was left in that pack that I want to use up. And we'll already have the outside and the inside pretty much decorated and ready for writing or adding a picture or whatever. Okay, so there's what I've got so far. And then to finish it out, we need to add a little bit of something back here. And I'm thinking I had some pages that didn't quite print correctly. So see, that should look like this, but my printer was running out of ink. So I think I will go ahead and just tear this. We'll have a torn edge on this side also. And then I'll just cut off what excess I have. And then to figure out if you're even as far as the fold, you just fold that over and then kind of run it in a little bit. And you can always trim that down some, but I kind of like how that looks. It kind of peekaboos out from there. We can always tear it a little more even, maybe, so it's not sticking out as much. All right, let's see this. And you can kind of mark it where you want to. Oh, I like that. I like how it's just barely peeking out. I will get, if I can find a pencil right here. I usually have one sticking out. Watch, I will watch this video after a while when I'm editing, and I'll see the pencil wherever it is. Oh well, I don't see it right now. So I'm going to just give myself a little light mark right there, so I know where to put this once I get glue down. So there's my mark. And then just line that up as straight as possible. And you see what I've done? I've done it upside down. That is so nice, Melina. You did so good. All right. Line that up. And anybody that's like, oh no, now you have adhesive all over the wrong side of your paper. That's why I love an adhesive square. We sell these at scrapbookingwithme.com. Feel free to shop with us. We have lots and lots of new stuff coming next week. I just placed the order. Oh my gracious. A lot of your beloved brands have come out with their fall and winter stuff collections. Oh my. They are so pretty. Now you can kind of like roly-poly around and get off some of that too. And then I'm going to get that glued down good. I'm going to trim off, just put it on my Tim Holtz trimmer and trim off this end here. And then put it together and see if you've got it how you want it. So see, yeah, I like that, how it's sticking out a little bit. I'm going to ink that edge. And then there's that page. done. We have music on the back side. We're pretty good as far as decorated. And then this would be like the biggest page that you have. Could be the cover of the journal signature. I really like that. I think that will be my front page, my front cover. Yay. Love that. Okay, now let me show you how I did one with book page. So you just get a book page, fold it in half, or you can fold it, you know, at 3/4 or whatever. You just have to even up wherever you lay anything, you just even it up. So see, if you put this in a signature, of course, it is not wide enough. You're going to have this tiny, tiny little page. And so you need to lengthen it out. You need to give it some girth. I love this paper. I got that from Temu. It's got lines already on it, so it kind of lines up for you. Really like that. And then I like that too. And then we can add just a little strip of something there and a little strip of something up there. And then we'll need to do a little bit of decorating on the front side. Okay, I'll go ahead and put this down. We have had a very full week. I hope all of my subscribers that celebrate the 4th of July, I hope that you had a great holiday. We did. It was so good. I love getting together with my family. And this was absolutely no exception. Loved it. Okay, so see, I can put that up above and then I can trim it with my trimmer. No worries. I'm just going to make sure that I kind of line it up over here. I'm going to put glue all the way out. And then I'm going to glue on this too, so it sticks. Okay, and then you can always come back and add more if you need to. Just a little bit right there. Let that dry just a touch. Okay, then I'm going to flip that over and then figure out how far out I need to come for that. So there it is. That's what I need to cover. Put a little guideline right there so I know where to put my glue. Line it up a little better, Melina. All right, then fold it back over. Make sure that you're lined up how you need to be. Okay, we can always trim it with a trimmer. Okay, and then let's get a little piece of scrap from a scrap bowl over here. So we've been using mostly bigger scrap pieces today. Oh, I like that. And then we'll just need a little strip of something that doesn't match, which I'm not huge on matchy-matchy, but I want it to blend in a little bit better than that. I like that. Let's just do that. This one's really going to be a Franken pieced page. Okay, just a little bit there. And then just across the bottom edge, use the gray on the inside here, and then I'm going to rip that off because we don't need all of that. And it's sticking to me. Okay, and then you get your trimmer. This is my favorite part of this whole project, is trimming it up and getting all of my edges straight-ish. Okay, and then come in here. Got a straight edge on top, and come down and get that. And we're pretty straight on the bottom, so I'm not worried about that. So then there is another page to put in our signature. I love that. I love how neutral this one is. And it's just kind of begging for a little bit of color, nothing major. I do like that. It kind of blends in, ties in with that. Ink the edges and go ahead and just use our liquid glue to get that down. I see that I've got a little bit not even on the back here. There we go. That is better. Okay, just a little piece there. As even as you can get it. No worries if it's not perfect. Who is? Right, right. Okay, and then this, I think, yep, I like that. I'm going to add a little strip on the back side of this to kind of dress that up. I really like that. Let's go ahead and ink it. So now you know if you need some bigger pages for a journal. You don't have to go out and buy anything. Use your scraps and make it bigger. Ain't that neat? I'm just going to go ahead and use my liquid glue here. I just think this is so neat. Such a great idea, Julie. Cute. And use my sticky scissors and just trim that piece off. And do a little inking there. Wipe off my excess. Close it up. So see, then you've got that. Open it up there. And you've got that on the back. Cute little junky pages. I love them. So we could do this one here. I think this is just me. I need a little bag or something right there. So let's do one of my pharmacy bags. Fold that. Let's cut off this end so we have a pocket in both ends. Do that there. So easy building of pages for your journal. So there's your pocket page. Hold a bunch of stuff. And then there's a regular tea stain page. And then if we want to keep this as our center, there's our little center of our signature. And then the back side of that pocket. And that page and that page. So see, that's coming along, and we only have really one full page in the signature so far. All the rest of them are Franken pages. I love that. All right, let's make another with some washi tape in it somewhere. Let's do book page, and let's not fold this one totally in half. Let's fold it a little off center. So say we've got it folded that way. I love this heart paper that I had left over from something. I have no clue what. It has leaves on the back. Kind of looks fallish, but I'm good with that. So this is a bigger piece of scrap. And then what I'm thinking is I want to make it a little smaller and put this one here, and then we'll put something else up top. Okay, I like that. I want this to be on top of that. I don't need all of that, so I'll just put that in my scrap pile and have 2 torn edges of that. Let's go ahead and put this down. Sometimes you get a little mess of glue from your glue stick. And glue stick is probably not, well, no, I can safely say it is not my adhesive that I go for, you know, all the time. But it is really good with this project. I'm going to go on the, and then here. Kind of go on the page that you're going to put on top, so that way you know you've got enough adhesive on both pieces. And then just even it up here on the edge. And then if you need extra reinforcements, go for it. A little extra right here. Okay, and then for this side, I will fold it and make sure that I'm lined up for this. And I'm thinking, let's make a fold out on this side of this page. So I've got this that I just made copies of. Someone sent me. I didn't want to use the original, so I just made a copy of it. Maybe put that on the outside. Like that, yeah, I like that. Put it on the outside of this page. And then we'll fold it over and make a flip out. So I'm just going to go all the way down as far over as I think I need to go. Then I'll trim that off, what I don't need, in just a moment. Get that lined up. And then flip over and figure out where you need to fold that to get it even back here. Go in just a little bit more. So then, like that, and I'm going to use my trimmer to cut off the excess. And that'll be a pretty piece of scrap to go in my scrap bowl. Okay. And then you gotta flip out here, plenty of space for journaling. And turn it over, kind of plain back here, but I thought with this just showing just a little bit of the leaves, that would look good back here with maybe that little ticket out. Oh yeah, I like that. So I'll just ink this up. We are in the midst of supper prep, so that's what you hear in the background, all that water running. And I better use this so it doesn't go through that paper. I do know one thing, when you do this project, you are going to have some more sticky fingers. Lots and lots of glue. Instead of getting inky, we're getting gluey. And my ink is coming off the edges a little bit because of that glue stick. I'm not worried about that. Gives it some more character in my opinion. So we've got that on the back side, that there. Open that up because we had a little bit of adhesive on the inside there. That's why you heard that. And you've got plenty of room for journaling. You could always just line that with some coffee dyed paper if you wanted to, so you don't have so much white there. We've got a fold out, and then I do believe I will put that in the middle there. I'll just use my liquid glue. Kinda in the middle. Okay, and this page, let's see about it going here. So we open it up. Yeah, I'm going to put a regular coffee dyed paper in between these two, but then you've got to flip out here, open this up, and you've got to flip out here. Cute. Let's get that coffee dyed or tea stained page. So that is 8 pages. Or yeah, 8 pages. So you've got front and back of all 8 of those. And that is what I would be comfortable with as far as a full signature. Now, if you wanted to put 2 or 3 in your journal, you could. But that right there would be my signature, one of my signatures for my journal. I just love that. And you're going to get a little bit of glue resistance for a little while until everything is dry. I need to hold that one out and let it dry a little bit more. But I love this idea. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Julie. I'm so glad I watched your video the other day. With my life and how busy it is, I'm shocked whenever I am able to watch anybody else's videos. But I do love it when I can. Let's do one more and use this piece of music paper as our center. So I'm going to fold this kind of in half. It's got a torn edge, so we won't be able to get that perfect. And then let's get some really good pieces added onto here. So this has got a little rose print on it. I think maybe I'll put it on that way so that the roses show on the other side. And also have another piece of a digital. I really like that. Maybe put it on this side. So let's cut this one. About there. And go ahead and put this piece down here. And then kind of line this one up here. And I'll cut off the top, what I don't need. Add a little glue filler where I need it. Okay, and then for this side, let's put something in here. It's another page that my printer messed up. Look how yellow it is. It's supposed to be brown, like a vintage brown color. And my printer decided, I think I'll run out of ink now. Right in the middle of me printing digitals. And I was like, oh my goodness, why am I keeping this paper? Well, look at here. This is why. I've got a use for it. Okay, and then add another piece over here. I think I will do a piece of book page. Yep, and then I can trim off what I don't need there at the bottom. Okay. There. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's trim it and then see what we want to add to it. If we want to add some die cuts or some kind of decoration. Let's look at this one. I already see I need to add some more glue here. And see my page sticking together like that? That's why Julie is a smart woman, using that purple so she can see exactly where her glue is going. So there's just a few little rubs of glue that need to peel off. Alright, I've got a little piece of scrap that I will ink and a little postcard die cut. I'm just going to ink all the way around instead of trimming off that white edge. And then a little label die cut. I'm just going to use my liquid glue, put that down here. And then I'm going to put this on the edge of that postcard and then glue this on there and just make sure not to go across your fold. That is cute. I like that little postcard die cut. I don't even know where that came from. It was just in my stash. I like it when that works out. Now this one is very Franken. It was barely even a piece of a page for the middle, and then we added paper on the edges to square it up. We've got glue bits and globs everywhere. But then I love the inside. I don't know, that one might have to go, it might have to turn the other way. What do we think? Nah, I like it that way. It's fine. You get a little surprise when you open it up. Now, not that I would add this one here, but just so that y'all can see it. Very pretty. All right. So that is very easy. I mean, super duper easy project. But it just takes a little bit of squaring up on the edges and you're good to go. But very, very easy. And thank you again, Miss Julie from Camellia Crafts Designs, for sharing that and your beautiful botanical journal that you're working on. I love, love, love when people share their ideas, and then when you go, oh, can I use this in Scrapbusters? They graciously say, of course you can. So thank you, Julie. Once again, I'm going to fan these out for you so that you can see them in all their glory, and I'll be taken my little thumbnail picture too of these. So we got, let's see, now I had 2 made already before we started the video. So I had 2 made, and then made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. No, 5 more. I can't count. But I think these are so cute. Great idea. And so glad that I found the idea. So if y'all make some Franken pieced journal pages, I want to see them. Y'all tag me, Melina Pylant, or use the hashtag #MScrapBusters so that I can find your video or your pictures and leave you some love. If you are not a member of our Facebook group, please come and join that. Scrapbooking with Me Boutique on Facebook. I have that linked in my video descriptions always. And if you're not a subscriber here, please hit that subscribe button and give me a like and share this video if you want to. Y'all have a great day. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.